Tennessee Titans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a Tennessee native from just outside of Memphis, Kenneth Walker III. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. To throw is Nix. For right side taken in by Adunze. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envision a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. On that 3rd down play, that brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And they just did not get the snap away in time. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Here we go. 79, 19.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Viking 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 3rd down and very long.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go.
Daniels looking to throw. That is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First and 10 at the 27-yard
So
line.
in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready.
They're going to find his man, Kraft. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tucker Kraft, 26 yards. And the Titans are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated and turning into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
scoring the touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Four receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a first down coming up. Straight ahead, Walker. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Next to the air.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing Nix.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Brock Bowers
From 17 yards out.
And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
To throw is Daniels. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready, ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Get it. 19 Tiger. 19. 60.
Now they'll shift things around.
Warrior 70. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Chop 60. Chop 60. Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Back to the ground with Etienne. Brought down at the 20.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
At the 20-yard line.
Got it. Ready.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Bronco 80. Come on.
Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From the 20, here's the 2nd down and 6.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 70 Timberwolf.
Now Daniels.
Over the middle, complete. That's Lane. They just keep marching right along. First down on the pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Tag. Hawk. Bronco 80.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Two. Liking 8.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Daniels from the gun on third down.
This is caught. That's a Titans touchdown. Travis Etienne from 4 yards out. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Here's Nix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It leads to second and
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw, here's Nix.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
For the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ready?
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
The middle, it's complete. And they get him down to now before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there and move the chains.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Get it. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now an audible here into something else.
Let go.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley from 19 yards away.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Youngway Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a free-possession game.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On a sneak, it's Nix. And he is going to have a Jets first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
That's another St. Louis first down. It's a gain of 48 yards.
Now it's Nix.
First down.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Walker is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown.
We're getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd
The
quarter.
Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
Set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come on, come on. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Now Daniel's going to keep it. That's taken in by Kraft. And just shutting him off there. Touchdown, Titans. Tucker Kraft, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Able to connect on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
28, Jets 18. Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Nix to throw again. Down the right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Jets.
To throw is Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running right, here's Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Throwing middle, and It's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Now ETN to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
On 1st down, right back to ETN. Yeah, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Tackled back at the
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Cowboy
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Here's Daniels. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit.
Now Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Top low, 18. Ready. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Finding Etienne here, catching it on the out route. And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here we go. Here we go. 60. 79. Let go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.